Did you know that 84% of new runners quit almost as quickly as they start? It's not because they're lazy either. It's because they keep making the same silly mistakes that lead to burnout, injury, and frustration with the sport. And the most annoying part is they're making mistakes that do not need to be made. So today, I'm not only going to show you the mistakes that so many of these brand new runners make, I'm going to show you exactly how to avoid them.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Here's rule number one. You ready? 85% of your running has to be easy.
What did you say?
Look, if I was a betting man, I'm going to bet a lot of money that you are not going to listen to this rule. It's too hard. Most new runners cannot comprehend how running easy can possibly help them improve their running performance. In fact, they've got no idea what running easy actually even means. Even when you say, hey, make sure you run easy, they go out and they go, this was pretty easy, I guess. This is easy. Doesn't get any easier than this, does it? Or they have some voice like Dave Goggins in their ear giving some stupid advice that actually breaks them down rather than making them stronger.
Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done.
But wait, just in case you are in the minority of people who will actually listen to this advice, here's the thing. Easy running means you should be able to carry a conversation comfortably for 85% of the running that you're doing. If you can't do that, you're running too fast. And yes, that means slowing down to a pace that you'd be so embarrassed to be seen running at, and then slowing down even more. For some of you, it actually means not running at all. It means alternating some slow walking with some very slow jogging. But here's the good news. If you can do this for 8 weeks straight, your ability to be able to maintain a conversation while jogging easily is going to absolutely radically change. You're going to be mind blown at how long you can run for and how comfortably you can talk for if you just stay patient. The reason that 85% of the running is slow is because running is a consistency-based sport. We want your heart to change shape, change size. We want your aerobic fitness to increase. That only happens when you're out there running. And if you're doing too much hard, intensive running, it makes your body's ability to recover far less effective. In fact, this is the exact reason we created our 8-week running challenge. It shows brand new runners exactly how to build up their running and fitness and how fast to run for how long. Through guided audio runs, coaching, support, and a really great community, it's going to help you eliminate all guesswork from your running training, making sure that in a minimum of 8 weeks, regardless of your fitness level, regardless of how long you've been running for, you're going to be doing 5Ks or 30 minutes in 8 weeks, or you get your money straight back. In fact, it's a 7-day free trial. So if you're interested in eliminating all the guesswork and actually finding out how to improve your running performance, check out that 7-day free trial via the link in the description to this video. Rule number 2, this is the 10-week rule. Here's what the 10-week rule is. You do not adjust a thing on your training schedule for a minimum of 10 weeks. Yeah, but Tyson, my old coach actually told me that I could increase my training by 10% each week. You know that means in 10 weeks you will have doubled your training, right? That's absolutely insane. That is like a direct route to injury. Here's a way better way. If you can do what you're doing right now for 10 weeks straight and feel amazing, and you don't have any niggles or any injuries, and you don't feel burned out, and you're still relatively enjoying your running, you're allowed to, after 10 weeks, increase your running by 10 to 15%. That means if you're running 30 kilometers a week, in 10 weeks' time, you get to add 3 extra kilometers, or about 2 miles. Look, I can already hear you saying, oh, but Tys, that means that over the course of a year, I'm only increasing my mileage by like 15 kilometers or like 8 miles, and that's just going to take forever, and it's not going to... Listen, trust me, after a year is when people are going to start coming up to you and saying, oh, how have you just managed to build your fitness so consistently without injuries and niggles? I don't have that kind of luck. Genetically, I'm just predisposed to all of these injuries. If only we could all be as lucky as you. And you can just look them dead in the eyes and be like, you are so dumb. Only say that internally, though, because if you say it out loud, honestly, the success rate of that message being received effectively is actually quite low. The only exception to this rule is the first 8 weeks. You can build up gradually from walk jogging to jogging. Once you find a happy medium of walk jogging throughout this period of time, that's where we keep it at one particular level. The reason we do this is because we have to find out what your body can actually tolerate. If you're not tolerating the load you're currently doing, why the heck would we increase volume or intensity? It is absolutely crazy. Stay patient. Keep the 10-week rule in mind. It's 5 increases in volume over the course of a year. If you want this to be a long-term sport for you, this is the most effective way to increase mileage and strength at the same time. Rule number 3, you want to follow the 90% rule. Here's what it means. You only have to follow your training program 90%. Why is that? You're going to be sick. You're going to have family commitments. There's going to be a wedding that you don't want to go to, a kid's party that you don't want to go to, and you're going to have to miss a training session. Hey, don't worry about all that. Just eliminate the stress and try and follow this training program 90% effectively. If you can do that, you're doing so much better than most people. And also, just recognizing the fact that stuff's going to come up is going to alleviate so much stress when you inevitably miss out on one of those training sessions. Here's a couple of little general rules depending on where you're at in your running journey. If you're brand new, forget everything. Just take that 7-day free trial of the 8-week challenge. Start there. We'll build you up without all the guesswork. If you've been going for a little while now, let's keep a focus at 3 to 4 days of running per week maximum. That's where we're going to start. It's all easy jogging. Intensity will come later when you've actually built a foundation to throw intensity at. Let's not throw too many parts at you all at one time, because that is a recipe for disaster when it comes to breaking down your body quickly. But I like what Haruki Murakami says. He goes, hey, sometimes taking your time is actually a shortcut. Keep that in mind as you're building up the training volume. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to help you. But before you do these 3 things. Take that 7-day free trial in that 8-week challenge that we've created specifically for brand new runners. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Got new videos coming out every single week. And last but not least, if you want more running advice and tips from expert coaches and athletes, make sure you check out the Relaxed Running Podcast. But for now, that's enough from me. Happy training, and I'll see you all here again soon.